Now at 5, a man owes his life to several people who rushed to help him when his car ended up upside down in a frozen pond.
I've been in a lot of stressful and different situations, but nothing quite like that.
For the first time tonight, we're hearing from the people who helped that driver moments after his car flipped upside down into that pond. Good evening, everybody. We first brought you this story as breaking news last night at 5, and today we're learning what it was really like, in the moments that made the difference between life and death.
News Channel 15 Sara Wagner has tonight's top story.
We got to meet the first Good Samaritan and sheriff's deputy on the scene, an unlikely but perfect pair for this rescue. Deputy Kenny Litzenberg considers ice fishing a favorite hobby, and Jim Graham teaches students the ins and outs of the auto industry. It's safe to say they are well versed in cars and cold, two skills now to thank for saving a man's life. A few tire tracks and a lone wiper blade, all that's left from the icy crash and rescue. For the last 11 years, Jim Graham's driven this stretch of State Road 1 every single day. Such a familiar route and sights quickly turned foreign during yesterday's commute home.
I thought I was looking at somebody texting and driving and crossing the center line.
But the car in front of Graham kept going, hitting several trees and landing in the icy pond. After calling 911, Graham rushed down to the car.
I couldn't see in through the window. The driver's side was underwater.
As Graham made it to the back of the car, he saw the driver crawling toward the trunk. By this time, several Amish men working on a nearby house had also run over and jumped in to help.
And we heard the sirens.
I got lucky. I decided to grab a crowbar out of my trunk.
After two hits, Deputy Kenny Litzenberg smashed the back window.
Your adrenaline is running so hard, seconds seem like minutes, and it seems like it takes forever.
Together, this brave deputy and a handful of Good Samaritans pulled the man to safety.
Those people were right there when I needed them too. I mean, they were helping me as much as I was helping them.
After more than a decade on the department, Deputy Litzenberg is used to meeting people on their darkest days. While the freezing water would suggest otherwise, this is a story that will forever warm his heart.
It's a good feeling to look around and realize that, 6 other strangers dropped everything they were doing and ran to help somebody they had no clue who he is. It really does, restore your faith in people.
Get this, Deputy Litzenberg and the man in the car actually know each other. Coming up at 6, we'll have more on how the two first met. In Studio 15, Sara Wagner, News Channel 15.